Extremely emotional day on so many levels. Emotionally, personally, knowing this is my last dual meet. Emotionally, because my 8 best friends are all seniors and this is their last dual meet. And especially to have it against Stanford. I was just saying, I really don't think we could have asked for a better day. I mean, the crowd that came out was just unreal, and that means so much to us. And then not even beating Stanford, but just racing and getting out there and fighting every single time and having people step up. The win was honestly icing on the cake, and that's really cool to know that you can have such a perfect day and you don't even have to win, but when you do, it's still pretty cool.
What have these last 24 hours been like for you, knowing this is coming?
It's been crazy. It didn't really hit me until all the seniors were getting announced, but we had an awesome team dinner last night that was really special, and that was awesome just to be able to really appreciate everything last night and then be able to get in here today and get ready to rock. And I think this and our meets from last weekend are really going to set us up well heading into the rest of the season.
I guess you knew this was coming, 2 years ago when you got here, but is there any way you can reflect at all on this kind of, I guess, whirlwind of the last 2 years?
I don't think I could have ever imagined how fast it was going to go by. I think years just go by faster and faster the older you get, which you really don't think is possible, but these past 2 years really have just flown by, but they have been everything I could have ever dreamed for and more.
For sure. So, goals moving forward. So I think, obviously, as a team, looking forward, we won Pac-12s last year. I think it would be really awesome if we can do it again. And then NC's last year was really hard. We had a couple slip-ups and we had to push through it. But I think if we can perform at the level that I don't even think we know what level we're ready to perform at, because I think we really can get out there and just surprise ourselves. But in my heart, I truly believe that we can win a national championship, and I think that would just be really, really special for the team, for Terry and Kristen, and it would just be really, really cool to end my collegiate career like that.
So the NCAAs are all about depth. Do you feel like you have the team depth to pull it off?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, we have girls that, honestly, I think that's the really special part about swimming, is it doesn't matter how many superstars you have. Like, you can win every race, but if the other team is getting 2, 3, 4 and everything, you're not going to win. And so to have those girls that can come in 3rd, 4th, but then also have the girls that can come in 1st and 2nd, that's just so important, especially when you get to a championship meet where you have not only A heats that are scoring, but B finals and C finals that can get in there too.
So we covered your first home meet. I think it was Washington State, maybe.
Yeah.
And you've had so many interviews where you've talked about what your reasons were for coming to Cal. Wanting the camaraderie of swimming with girls that you can really be teammates with and bond with, and girls that you got to know in the Olympics too.
Yeah.
After these 2 seasons of swimming with Cal, do you feel like it's lived up to your expectations?
It's surpassed them 100%. I could have never expected coming in here and not only learning so much about myself, but about the sport and about the other girls that are around me. And it's just been an incredible, special time. And I know that for the rest of my life, I'm going to look back on these 2 years as some of the most cherished moments.
And how are you going to stay involved at Cal? Are you going to continue your training here and going to school here?
I'm going to stay super involved. Don't really know what it looks like yet, but I'm not worried. I have Pac-12s and NCs coming up, and that's what matters. So I'm going to focus on that and go from there.
So do you have a best memory that you have of the last 2 years that you've had at Stanford, or that Cal, something that you've done that's been something that stood out to you, a meet, just even a moment that wasn't even necessarily during a meet time, but maybe something just at practice, or maybe just a team trip?
There's so many. Honestly, I think the past 2 weekends have been incredibly special. I think our home dual meet against USC and then our home dual meet today is just something that they both really stood out to me, and this team is just surprising me at every turn and every corner, and it's so cool getting up behind the blocks and knowing that you have that kind of support behind you and having those people to lift you up. It's really, really special. But I mean, there's seriously countless moments, even the ones away from the pool that
That's what I was going to say, is that sometimes it's the moments I think that we have that we're not, when it's not in the meet, when you're just going on your training trip, for example, that you just went on, and those times when you just do something that's even nothing having to do with swimming, just going for a hike or enjoying a meal or just spending some time just bonding with the girls on your team.
And people laugh at me all the time because they ask what I do in my free time, and I'm like, I hang out with my team in my free time. When we're not together in the pool, we hang out together outside of the pool. And I think that's so cool to have a team that even after literally spending 6 hours a day with each other, our 4 hours that we have off, we still want to be together, which is so awesome. And And so we have so many memories, and it's been so awesome, and I really will have these girls as friends for life.
We need to let Missy get going.
Yeah.
Thanks, Missy.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Missy.